3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Woo! New Year's are great, you know, they're for fresh starts, new beginnings, and Christmas is over. My original goal was to make a video about a bad Christmas movie this year, as I did last year. So I found one, and it was called Homeless for the Holidays, and Curtis Connor already made a video about that one. Right. No problem, because I found this other one called A Very Cool Christmas / Too Cool for Christmas. It had like 2 different names, so I thought it'd be pretty bad. Oh, he made a video about that one too. Right. Okay. Well, I came across another one, and it looked pretty bad, and it was called A Law for Christmas. Oh, of course. Curtis Connor beat me to it yet again. Okay, no problem. I did eventually end up finding one that Curtis Connor didn't already make a video about, and I did watch it a couple times, and I ended up writing an entire script for that video, and then I realized I wouldn't have it done in time for Christmas, so I ended up scrapping the entire idea. And instead, I searched for a bad New Year's movie. Because I don't think I've seen Curtis Connor, or anyone else for that matter, make a video about a bad New Year's Eve movie. So this was my chance to be timely for the correct holiday. I came across this movie on Tubi titled New Year's Kiss that came out in 2019. Given the Hallmark Christmas movie formula of big city girl gets stuck in small town and then meets lonely guy and then they fall in love because Christmas, and then she leaves her whole career behind and moves to this small town because Christmas love. So I'm curious to see if New Year's movies have the same formula. I checked out the movie on IMDb and it has an even 5 out of 10 stars. So there's a 50% chance that this movie could actually be really good. Let's find out together. The movie opens at this award show where the main character Kelly receives an award for a commercial that she made, but she's too busy on a business call to accept the award.
Yeah, I'm at the award show right now.
Oh, and they actually show us the commercial that she made. Cool, let's see what it looks like. Airplane, snow, sledding, Santa, Christmas, family, 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 snowman, yay! So, what is this for? Because I didn't really get it. Also, this is random, but I was watching a local news video and they used the same stock video footage as this movie did with the commercial. So as I mentioned, she's too busy on a business call.
Make sure to use version 4. Francis, version 4. So, version 4.
Version 4, Francis. Version 4. So her boyfriend Ben accepted the award on her behalf and gives it to her.
I won, I guess. Just remember version 4, version 4, version 4.
Version 4, don't forget, version 4. So then she goes to celebrate with Ben and her sister. And her sister reminds her not to forget her kids' birthdays like she did the last 2 years.
Your birthday's coming up soon. Don't forget this year.
I promise I will not.
And then as they're leaving, Ben and Kelly have a moment.
Oh my God, are you gonna
break up with you?
What?
That's some good stuff. What's with the horror music, by the way? So yeah, he almost gives himself an asthma attack breaking up with her, and then he says that she's too busy for him.
Ben, listen, I can...
What? Work less?
And I can't help but feel extremely distracted by the background music.
Look, I think we've been through this.
Many times, and you've clearly laid out what's important for you. Your awards,
No.
your clients, your co-workers. I'm not on that list.
Like, what is that? Background music. What really ruined most of this movie was the horrible background music. I agree with another reviewer's opinion. Never have a non-stop generic music soundtrack playing the whole time. The most distracting thing is the constant mediocre score being played throughout. Not only did the same 3 songs play and repeat throughout the entire dreadful background, the exception of the non-stop. Why would you think that this disturbingly awful music? It's the music that ruins everything. It's unbearable. My poor composer and director must have been dead. It was as though there was a psychological experiment to produce new levels of irritating soundtrack. Nearly every second of this is destroyed by continuous looping of music that seems designed to irritate. Wait a second, hold up. This one says, line up everyone associated with the musical direction of this, and if not permitted to shoot them, then at least fire them. Like, I hate the music just as much as the next guy, but I think that's a little a little much. So yeah, as most of the reviews stated, the background music is horrible, and sometimes it's even louder than the dialogue.
I don't want you to change who you are for me.
During this whole scene, I couldn't tell you a word either of them said because I was so distracted by this horrible music.
And just please go.
So he leaves, and then the music instantly changes to happy music, even though she's supposed to be sad still because she just got dumped. So Kelly goes and sits on a bench and gets approached by, what's his name?
I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Well, that's never happened before.
Ah, yes, Santa. Sorry, I've just been so busy with work, I forgot. So Santa tries to give her some words of wisdom, but it just comes off as confusing and random, because it is.
There's a beautiful world in front of you, Kelly. If you're not careful, it'll pass you by.
After whatever that was, we cut to this business meeting between two white dudes, one of them being Chris, another main character, and he's meeting with one of his clients because he's an accountant. And you'd think he was hitting on him.
Well, thank you.
You're single.
Sorry, what?
But apparently Chris is wearing this Irish ring that I guess signals if you're single or not depending on the direction it's facing.
I noticed your Irish ring. The heart's facing out.
Oh,
You know, that common Irish tradition that everyone just knows about.
I prefer my financial advisors have committed long-term relationships.
I prefer my financial advisors to be married, so I can steal their wives, of course. That's such a random line of dialogue to throw in here, but whatever. Anyway, Chris's friend and coworker tells him that they both got a promotion to work together and they get to work in the California office, which means they have to move. But his friend gives him the news in the most confusing way possible.
We're gonna miss you in the Pacific Northwest.
but sorry, just rewind it for a second, because you said something about missing me. So how does that?
The office is our California office. Because I just thought you'd jump at the chance because you're like super alone here.
Yeah, because you're lonely and single as fuck. And Chris is acting like California is just a different planet.
California. I'm going to California. California.
California? Huh? Where the sun shines? But what about rain? Does it rain there? How far is it? How do we get there? Like, hey dude, it's just California.
Okay, sorry. I'm not really following you.
Then we see Kelly at work and we find out that her art director, Francis, didn't use version 4.
Why didn't you use version 4? I can't believe you used version 3.
She said version 4 at least 4 times.
Make sure to use version 4. Version 4. Version 4. Version 4. Version 4. Version 4.
But it turns out Kelly's boss, Claudia, doesn't like version 3 or 4, so she has to make a whole new campaign. And then after work, Kelly gets invited to an Irish bar.
Kelly, I'm checking out that new Irish bar, Bailey's later. You want to come?
And wait a second, Chris gets invited to an Irish bar too.
Let's go check out the new Irish bar. Celebrate your partnership.
But they both decline going to the Irish bar. What a crazy coincidence.
Oh man, no, I'm good. But have fun.
I gotta rework this pitch.
They have so much in common. And as they're leaving work, they bump into each other. And where did all of these people come from? There's literally no one across the street or like in the background at all. It's just like all of these people. Excuse me. Oh my God, rush hour.
What's your name?
I can't hear you.
Also, it's not that hard to make your way through a crowd of people if you really wanted to talk to somebody. Kelly gets home and has some wine, and she notices this cryptic note that Santa left her, or some guy dressed up as Santa. I don't really know. Because the storyline on IMDb addresses him as a kind homeless man, somewhat similar to Santa. But she just calls him Santa throughout the movie, so...
Bailey.
So she takes that as, oh, I should go to Bailey's because the word Bailey is in the note, so that must be a sign. she has an Irish ring too. How crazy. So she meets her coworker and best friend Jillian, aka Jills. They have a little brewski and Kelly tells her about the guy that she just ran into.
Have you seen a guy? He's tall, he's got dark hair, he's got these
There he
beautiful
is!
blue eyes.
Right
this
behind you,
killer
turn
smile.
around! Look!
No.
Aw, you missed him.
Have you ever met someone and you knew that your life it wouldn't be complete without them?
Not that quickly, no. You barely even met this guy. Y'all didn't even have a conversation. You bumped hands and almost spoke words to each other. And then we see Chris and his annoying friend at the same bar.
Well, you all packed up or what, partner?
He just found out a few hours ago that he has to move to California. No, he's not packed up.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
Okay, so they're both crazy.
I believe in love at first swipe. Hey, you should come over. Eggplant emoji. Send.
That's the real way to get to a woman's heart. Kelly runs into Santa again, and he says nothing of value.
I mean, I need Rudolph. You find that thing that leads you to the light.
You know, Rudolph, the one with the red nose, that my reindeer. So on her mission to find this guy, Kelly sits down with Jills to write a missed connection post in hopes that he'll see it to see if she can find him. And as she's writing it, it cuts to these random strangers reading it with a smile.
I tried to tell you my name, but you couldn't hear me. You had the most beautiful eyes and a warm smile. I know you're out there somewhere.
Then of course they're late for a meeting, so they gotta get going. But first, I had to look up this Thrive Now physiotherapy place in the background just because I was curious where this was filmed. And it looks like it was filmed in Canada. And I even found the coffee shop that I think it was filmed at. So that's just a little bonus info. Anyway, we cut to Chris and his friend, and I had to look up his friend's name in the movie because they don't say it ever. But his name is Ed.
Claudia's gonna kill me.
They were right behind them at the same coffee shop. What are the odds of that? So Chris also wants to do the misconnection thing, but Ed's like, hey, you're moving, so what's the point? Which, fair. And Ed mentioned something along the lines of like only having 3 days to spend with her before he moves or something like that.
What are you gonna do, hang out with her for 3 days? Yes!
But much more time goes by than that before he actually moves to California. So I don't know if the writers really planned the timeline that well.
Man, it's like pulling teeth from a stone with you.
Stones don't have teeth.
Why would a stone have teeth? It makes no sense.
So Ed helps him retrace his steps as if that's gonna do anything.
Come back tonight, same
Sure.
time.
You know what? I'll come back. I'll try again tonight.
You should come back here tonight. I think I'm gonna come back here tonight. Why did they say that twice? We got it. He's gonna go back there tonight. So it's that night and he comes back and he doesn't find her.
Find her?
No.
And one thing about Chris, he never has his phone charged.
I tried to call you. Surprise, surprise, you didn't charge your phone.
I don't really understand why they made this such like a repetitive character flaw of his, but he just never has his phone charged. That's his kooky flaw. He just never has his phone charged. Anyway, Ed sees her. Chris chases her down, and aw, it's too late. The majority of this movie is just them chasing each other back and forth. Sometimes they pass each other and don't even realize it. It's just so annoying. So annoying. So annoying, so annoying, so annoying. So as he looks for Kelly, Chris donates to Santa's thing, and he starts blabbing on.
No, I need Rudolph. Rudolph, you know, the reindeer, red blinking nose.
Yeah, Rudolph. What does that have to do with anything? Oh, you missed the awesome background music? Well, good, because it's back and louder than ever. And it sticks around for the entire movie! How fun is that? I'm really starting to understand those reviews now. Also, quick note, this is unrelated, but the main character, Kelly, looks so much like this girl from 90 Day Fiancé named Kimberly. She was the one who went to India to be with TJ, and then I think they ended up breaking up eventually. And fun fact, I actually made a video about a movie that she acted in. Quick plug if you want to watch that. It keeps tripping me up. I'm like, every time I look at this actress, I just think of her, and she was kind of psycho. Anyway, back to this awesome and not at all boring movie. Kelly's back home drinking some wine and just thinking about all the confusing bullshit that Santa's been talking about.
If you're not careful, it'll pass you by.
And then she checks her misconnection post and she got 200 responses.
200? 200 now?
And then the next day, get this. Kelly and Jill are in a car. Then as they stop to get out of the car, Chris and Ed are playing rock, paper, scissors, as everyone does as they wait for their ride. And then they get in that same car at the same time they're getting out of the car. Crazy, right? Like they could have just seen each other just now, but they missed each other. Again. So in addition to that annoying oboe music or whatever instrument it is, they play this intense music that does not fit the scene at all. So later that night, Chris makes his own missed connections post, and then they do the same thing of showing people smiling and reading it. Well, one person and then Ed. Then he plays his guitar for 10 seconds and talks to himself.
I've been looking for you.
The next morning, he finds out he only got 10 responses.
Well, I got 10 responses.
But he makes plans to meet one of the girls that responded at a coffee shop in hopes that it's her. And shocker, Kelly does the same thing with one of her misconnections in hopes that it's him at the same coffee shop. So you'll never guess what happens. Did you guess? He walks into the coffee shop. Kelly's sitting right there. She's literally right there. But instead, he meets this girl, Nora, who thinks that he's the guy that she had a threesome with along with another guy named Alan.
Finally, that night.
That night? With all the,
Orgasms? You and Alan were amazing.
And she's like a little giggly anime girl.
I don't think I know you.
Like, what? And then in comes Alan, of course, thinking that he's meeting Nora, but then he sees Kelly and is like, oh, you're not the girl I had a threesome with. And then he leaves, and then Kelly leaves, and then puts her coat on with one arm as she does every time she leaves a place. So later on, Ed is telling Chris that he should set up a video chat next time so that doesn't happen again.
Video chat.
Things to not talk to Chris about. The state of California, video chatting. Got it. Why does he seem so confused?
Video chat. Okay, sorry, what? I'm not really following you. I'm sorry, what?
You get out much? So Kelly and Chris both set up a video call to talk to their missed connections. But of course their video calls aren't with each other. No, that would be too soon in the movie to show that they've met already, even though it's been like 45 minutes.
An accountant. Hello?
Why would she hang up when he says he's an accountant? Like, that's a good job to have. And then Kelly's guy is like the typical guy you'd find on Omegle.
A bit more. No, wait, no.
I also just realized that the guy Kelly is talking to is Chris's weirdo client from earlier.
I prefer my financial advisors have committed long-term relationships.
So after that disaster, they finally give up on trying to find each other. Or so we think. Lo and behold, the next day, Chris gets an envelope with headshots in it or something that doesn't belong to him. And you guessed it, the music is back, baby. And then Kelly's in an Uber on her way to work, and then she sees Chris, finally! But he can't see her, so she's banging on the window and tries to roll down the window, but everything in this car is broken, apparently.
Can you turn on the heat in here?
Sorry, miss, the heat switch is broken.
Please open the window.
Sorry, miss, it's broken.
Can you beep your horn?
Sorry, miss, the horn is
Broken. Ready.
I mean, she easily could have opened the door, but whatever. So they're late to their meeting with Francis, who's upset that they're late. So they're very passive-aggressive to each other.
Well, they liked what I did with it, so.
You mean what we did with it?
Yeah, I mean, sure, we could say that.
Francis, what is with you?
You know what, just relax, okay? Whatever.
And then 2 seconds later, Francis walks over to her office like it's his first time seeing her today.
Hey. Hi,
So you're just not gonna acknowledge it? Okay.
what's that?
Counting sheets. I think this is for someone else.
And guess what? Kelly got an envelope with accounting documents in it, and it came from the same address that the one that Chris got came from. So they go to try to find the office.
Can you spare some change for the mission?
Yeah.
Also, what is he even getting money for that he never says? So Kelly goes to the building. The place doesn't exist.
Never had two people looking for something that wasn't here before.
He was already there apparently, and of course they miss each other. They're both busy talking on phone, and this is so irritating that they dragged this on for an entire hour of the movie. The movie's an hour and a half long. The first hour of it is just them doing some Scooby-Doo chase trying to find each other. And I think Santa's tripping on shrooms because what the hell is he even talking about?
Kelly, remember, when you hold a heart in two hands, then there's only 1 week left.
And then we have this completely pointless elevator scene with Kelly's boss, Claudia, and her art director, Francis. They go down for coffee.
You know, I actually don't even like coffee.
If you don't like coffee, what are we going for then?
But Francis doesn't like coffee, so they go back up.
Guess we can go back up then.
Guess so.
But then Claudia offers him Kelly's job.
Do you want her job?
So then he's like, yeah, I'll take that coffee.
I think I'll take that coffee now.
And then they go back down to drink coffee, even though he just said he doesn't like coffee. Why did they include any of this in here? I don't know. It could have just been a quick, hey, you want Kelly's job? Maybe. And why is he always wearing a beanie in the office? It's not doing him any favors. Then we have Kelly sitting at home reminiscing her time with this mystery man. Like that time they touched hands and almost had a conversation. Good times. And we have Chris talking to Santa about nothing important.
Spare some change.
No, sorry, I don't think I have any.
Well, don't you have any left over after buying your coffee this morning?
Look at that. I have some.
There's multiple $100 bills in that donation box. I think you met your goal, Santa. And then Kelly's talking to Santa and she sees Chris! He's right there! Then, aww, she misses him. But at least she found his Irish ring that she also has an Irish ring. She's like, oh, we have the same ring. How crazy is that? Now, Kelly's working on this commercial with Francis. It sucks.
It's getting less better. I didn't want to say worse.
And now she has to go because she has to meet someone for misconnections. And she ends up meeting her ex, Ben, from the beginning of the movie, which feels like so long ago at this point. And I guess a month has passed since they broke up. And it also feels like a month has passed since I started watching this movie. You know, if you ever think time is just moving by too fast, like where did this year go, you know? Just throw on this movie and time will slow down instantly. Alright, my fridge is making a noise, so that's just a thing, sorry. Anyway, Ben has a new girlfriend who he started dating 2 months ago, but wait a second. Him and Kelly only broke up 1 month ago, so he cheated.
You can have him back.
Oh, I don't want him.
Why is he always putting himself in situations that are on the verge of giving him an asthma attack? Anyway, he leaves. Here comes Santa, of course, who only speaks in generalizations and doesn't add anything to their storyline except for confusion.
You're close, but you're not there yet. The clock is still ticking. I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it.
And of course she gets a work call, so now she's gotta go back to work because she's always busy, except she's not. And oh wonderful, here comes Chris into the same coffee shop that she just left. How original. Also, they need to clean that dirty ass window. Cue Kelly and Francis stressing out about this shitty commercial they're trying to make. Still no clue who they make commercials for. Then Kelly falls asleep while working. And I wish they would just zoom in a little closer to her face. I don't feel like we got close enough. That's more like it. Then she gets a voicemail from her sister saying she missed her niece and nephew's birthdays again.
Just wanted to say thanks again for missing your niece and nephew's birthdays. That's 3 years in a row now, Cal.
Do they have the same birthday? Are they twins? But then she says she only forgot her niece's birthday.
I forgot my niece's birthday.
So I guess the nephew just doesn't matter now. Meanwhile, Chris is having an identity crisis.
There's just gotta be something more meaningful you can do with an accounting degree.
Then Kelly goes shopping for her niece and nephew since she missed their birthdays. Or maybe she's just shopping for her niece, I don't really know. And here comes Santa the stalker yet again.
I'm trying to find a present for my nieces, Aiden and Pilar, and I have no idea.
Okay, so now it's her nieces? I thought it was her niece and nephew.
Your niece and nephew's birthdays.
Did the writers just forget that they initially said niece and nephew? and just didn't change it. Whatever. Santa tells her what to get them.
Get this for Pilar. And Aiden, get her a guitar.
So she goes to the guitar store, and here's the guy just casually playing the guitar. And they start talking, facing back to back like they're anime characters.
That's really good. What is it?
Just something I wrote.
Just turn around. No one does this. No one talks back to back. Just turn around and face each other for sick.
It's you.
It's you.
It's you. 1 hour, 1 minute, and 10 seconds into the movie, they finally see each other. Keep in mind, they're still complete strangers, like they've never met before this. And Santa's outside like, yeah, I almost contributed to that, but I was talking in circles and confusing them instead. So they go and get coffee or whatever and talk.
Misconnections.
Yeah. Yes.
It was interesting. It was very interesting. I met some very interesting people.
Hey, say interesting one more time for me.
Interesting.
And then it cuts to them just outside somewhere talking about what they do for work.
I'm an accountant.
Oh, you have a real job.
And then she invites him to her home to give him something.
Ta-da!
And she gives him his ring because they have the matching rings. They get food and continue to talk about work some more.
You're an accountant, right?
Yes, he's still an accountant. And they find out they work in the same building.
We work in the same building.
This whole time they could have crossed paths. And then they talk about what a weirdo Santa is.
What is with all the clues and the puzzle and stuff? Why can't he just come out and, you know?
I don't know.
Ho ho ho, hello Maddie. How did you get in here? You have to follow the rainbow, Maddie.
What does that even mean?
Hold a heart with 2 hands and follow the yellow brick road.
Huh?
You know, the world is right in front of you. You just have to look at it.
Look, whatever, I don't have time for this. So they talk about their dream jobs, and she says she wants to work with nonprofits and startups. And get this, he wants to work with nonprofits and startups.
Smaller clientele with startups and nonprofits.
I want to work with more startups and charities, so.
Wow, but ultimately he wants to be a musician.
That music that you were playing in the store, is that part of a whole song?
Well, I can send it to you. But of course, my phone is dead.
You know Chris, always having a dead phone. Then they're about to kiss, and Chris says something romantic.
I'm leaving.
Nice. That's almost as smooth as the eggplant emoji.
Where?
California.
So when?
A couple days.
So she's sad because he's moving to California, and she's drinking wine with Jill's. I'm starting to think she might be an alcoholic. I don't know. And then they get into an argument about work.
Last time I checked, pretty sure they gave me the award. So,
Kelly, I didn't mean it like that.
Then we cut to Chris looking at something. What? What is it? What is he looking at? Oh, he's just looking out the window.
Compose text to Kelly. Dear Kelly.
Yeah, because everyone starts their text messages with dear name.
This is for you.
And aw, it's the song.
Christmas time's just not the same without you.
Well, that's a certified banger, but not better than this background music. So they're back at work. Frances finally took off that beanie, and they're about to pitch their commercial. But turns out she hated Frances's pitch.
Frances, this is
Fantastic. Awesome.
terrible.
So Kelly steps in to save him, even though he's low-key trying to take her job.
Francis, he's such a little prankster.
But every day of our lives can be like Christmas.
Wow, it's the song! Hopefully Chris is getting royalties if they go with it. And again, still no idea who these commercials are for. It just shows people doing Christmas. Like maybe it's just a commercial to remind you that Christmas is a holiday. I don't know. So Chris is packing up and telling Ed that he met Kelly.
Well, I mean, you could stay for her. That would be insane. Turn down the sun and the money of California for the rain city.
They never say what city they actually live in, by the way. I love this sign in the background. April 15th, tax deadline. Yeah, that's something an accountant should have memorized and not written down and circled. And then there's the scene where Kelly has lunch with her dad.
You had a heart attack.
A minor heart attack.
A minor heart attack? That's the second time I've heard the term minor heart attack. Anyway, her dad busy businessman like she is, and he take many phone calls.
Oh, it's my busy time, so.
When is it not busy?
Sorry. It never stops.
Sorry.
And I really don't know the point of the scene. I think it's just to show that her dad is busy. And we're almost done with this long-ass movie, I promise. So Kelly's home drinking wine like she always is. Freaking drunk. And she gets a meeting notification from her boss. So what does she do? She gets up and throws her award away. That'd be like winning an Emmy or a Grammy or something, and then just throwing it away because you switched career paths. Like, why not just keep the award and move on? The next day, Kelly quits, so they all quit.
You know what? Quit. That's fine. I don't care. I'll give your work to Francis.
Actually, I quit too, so.
And me. What?
Now Claudia is alone and angry.
I will make sure you never work in this industry again.
Not
Our
Problem.
And at first I thought she was just trying to yell, not, because that'd be hilarious. I'll make sure you never work in this industry again. Not. And then they say the exact same thing they just said upstairs.
You didn't actually think I was going to take your job, did you?
I mean, I would have.
I can't believe you actually thought I was going to take your job.
I would have.
And then they go drink beers to celebrate their unemployment. Later that night, Kelly goes to try to find Chris, but he's already gone.
Is he gone?
A while ago, yeah.
And she gives him a call, but his phone's dead like usual. That crazy Chris. Then here comes Santa out of the woodworks, of course.
Merry Christmas, Kelly Hardwick.
Like, boy, go on somewhere. Then it's the next day, which is Christmas Day, and Kelly goes to her sister's house, and she gives the gifts to her nieces.
Thanks again for missing your niece and nephew's birthdays.
Then they start to hear this faint noise.
What is that?
And it's Chris, playing his guitar, of course.
I decided not to go. I tried to call you, but of course my my phone died.
He never charges his phone, that crazy Chris. So they turn their rings facing the other way, which means they're not single anymore because they're dating each other now. And then finally, they kiss. Hey, wait a second. This is called New Year's kiss, not Christmas kiss. They're not supposed to be kissing yet. And then of course his song starts playing.
Like Christmas.
Nice. Real nice. They should make a sequel called The Christmas Kiss, but they kiss on New Year's Eve instead. And the best part is this. I could have just made the original video that I wrote an entire script about for the bad Christmas movie that I watched 3 times, but didn't end up making because I wouldn't have posted it in time for Christmas. It would have been late because I didn't want to make a Christmas movie video on New Year's, but I could have just did that anyway because this is a Christmas movie disguised as a New Year's movie. Why is it called New Year's Kiss then? What is the point of that title? New Year's as a holiday wasn't even brought up in conversation throughout the entire movie.
Oh, Maddie, it's not about the video.
Not now, dude, please.
It's about the views.
Oh, wonderful. I thought you were supposed to be inspiring.
I'm just kidding.
Look, I'm really not in the mood for jokes right now. I'm just trying to film this video.
Just remember, when life gives you twin lemons, you decide to make the lemons mad at you.
You know what? You have a point. How could I forget that popular quote?
Don't forget it.
I won't. Thanks, Santa. You know what? I feel better now. And you know, if I would have just scrolled down and read the trivia portion of the IMDb page, I would have seen that the fun fact of this movie is that the story originally ended with Kelly and Chris kissing on New Year's after Kelly set a self-imposed deadline of finding love by then. During development, the story geared more towards Christmas. However, the title was never updated to reflect this change. Figured that out the hard way. A little goof is that the title is New Year's Kiss, but the story ends on Christmas Day. So I could have just read that first instead of making an entire video on it and watching the whole movie. So the more you know. Whatever. You know, I hope you all had a happy holidays. If you watched this whole thing, I appreciate you very, very much. If you like me, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to hype this video, or feel free to share my channel with a friend, maybe multiple friends, maybe share it on social media if you charged your phone. If you don't know me, my name is Maddie. Some call me Maddie the Baddie, others call me their new favorite YouTuber. That could be you. Hope you had a happy new year, happy holidays, and hopefully I see you in my next video. Bye!